Biden has opened the Title 42 gates. Prepare for madness. Again, shout out to Dr. Strange. As if the border crisis isn't damaging enough, with 2.5 million illegal immigrants having crossed into the United States since Joe Biden took office, now the administration is going to make it exponentially worse by unwinding the last Trump-era restriction. The Title 42 policy, implemented by the Trump administration during the pandemic to allow border officials to quickly expel migrants on public health grounds, will be terminated next month, the CDC has announced. Title 42 was the last tool that border officials... I'm sorry, I'm going to make that a little bigger for you. There we go. Just in case you're reading along with us. Hey, get here. Title 42 was the last tool that border officials had to stem the flow of illegal migration from more than 150 countries across the southern border. Now they are anticipating a doubling or tripling of numbers to as many as 18,000 a day. 18,000 illegal aliens just allowed to walk in and start taking advantage of all of the benefits that we pay for. No one's against immigration. Immigration is important to any country. However, if you don't have a country, if you don't have a system of getting immigrants to be citizens, and that is the biggest problem here.
Well, and one of the issues with this is when you let so many people influence your culture changes.
Yes.
Which, I get it. They're trying to change a lot of the things about the United States, but the reason that we've been able to prosper and to grow like we did under Trump was because of the culture of the United States.
Exactly.
That drive to be the best and to be better.
Capitalism at its finest.
Well, and we're looking at we look at this like these people who come across the border just automatically contribute to society is what the Dems want to tell you.
Oh, of course.
You know, they come in and they're a functioning part of society. Who was the California person who would we have to clean our toilets?
Oh, that was Kelly Osbourne. She said that. She was on The View, and she said, she was talking, this was 2015, I believe, and she was talking about Donald Trump, and she said, Donald Trump's so against illegal Mexicans, well, who's going to clean his toilet? And it was really, and we've seen it now just exploded since the pandemic, but it really was one of those little glimpses into the fact that celebrities are brain dead. They have a job, and that job is entertainment. They have a job to professionally lie, and for some reason that translates into this person's mentality should be revered.
Well, and we have seen this coming, and we need to just open our eyes to it and stop listening to celebrities when they talk about this kind of stuff. It is hilarious to make fun of them by all means, but to take someone seriously when they make a political stance, and then to see something about the way that they've acted in the past, like you and I were talking about the Blade trilogy that we're going to rewatch. You know that it came out on Netflix, that it's on there, so we're like, you know what, we will go ahead and just rewatch Blade. I loved Blade.
I was gonna say, but then it led to a discussion about like, how were they? And it's like, we both love Blade. Everybody loves the first Blade because it's a classic. Blade 2, in a lot of ways, I really like it. There's a couple parts where, for some reason, wrestling moves come into the play, like blatant WWF moves.
Yes.
And they that takes me out of it. But by and large, I love Blade 2.
Blade 3, I loved it. I don't remember much about it, but I do remember absolutely loving it. And I'm wondering if when we rewatch it, if I'm going to enjoy it as much as I did, especially...
Those rose-tinted goggles are coming off, baby.
Well, when you brought up the way Wesley Snipes acted.
Oh, well, yes. For those who are not aware, there is a notorious story.
And I was not aware.
Where Wesley Snipes, and this, again, just shows you how big a drama queens these individuals can be. There is a scene where Wesley Snipes, towards the end of the movie, is laying on a table, and his eyes open before he attacks. But if you watch it, you see his eyes open, and you go, wait a minute, that looked like those were CG'd. Well, it turns out that drama queen Wesley Snipes was having such a... I thought originally he was having a clash with the director, but really, apparently, he had zero interest of being there. He put a body double out. He was inebriated all the time from various sources. And it was such a prima donna that when they were trying to film the scene, he refused to just open his eyes for the scene. Yeah. He refused to do it. He laid there. He kept his eyes closed. So the director finally said, all right, cut. We'll just CGI his eyes opening. This is the level these people can get to when they think that their poo don't stink.
Well, and we've done it as a society. We've allowed people to have this mentality that just because they're famous, we should follow doctrine, everything that they say.
Yep.
and now we're paying for it because our politicians are playing that game where they want to be famous.
They want to be celebrities, so
yes,
it's all
so
about...
We've earned the AOCs of the world, people.
Oh, that's the best part. The AOCs of
it.
the world exist because we put them there.
Yeah.
If you want to find a guilty party, you need only look in the mirror.
But we do have people fighting back against some of these policies.
Absolutely. We have people fighting back against these policies. And, I mean, as a true testament to how far the quote-unquote mighty celebrity has fallen, the only reason anyone cares about them now is when we see them beat the crap out of each other. That's it.
I mean, it is entertaining.
It's entertaining.
That's horrible to say, but
no, it's not. We don't care, and the numbers of Oscar viewing and Academy Awards, all that stuff, is down catastrophically. And the only reason any of us have even remembered that they exist is because they started attacking each other.
Well, I think a lot of us realized that at that moment we went, "Oh yeah, they're actors."
That's just it. They're professional liars. They're professional pretenders. We pay them to get up on stage and convince us that they're not who they are.
But remember, who was it that we were watching? The drunk guy. The
drunk guy. We still talking Hollywood? Because that could be anybody.
Well, he's a YouTube personality that we watch.
Oh, Critical Drinker.
Critical Drinker, yes,
awesome.
Thank you.
Check out that.
Absolutely love him. But he was even talking
channel.
about how now, and that's why you and I are doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're able to get out and start channels and to put stuff out there, and we're not those celebrity types. So now people have more alternative measures rather than...
For all the damage that YouTube and Google and Alphabet currently do, there was a day where it was the Wild West. Yeah. And like you said, people can do whatever. Now, that's why we're primarily on Rumble. We upload to YouTube as well, but Rumble is at least trying to embody that spirit. And once upon a time, I mean, it really was great. You could go anywhere, see anything, find anything, and obviously there are limits, as there should be, but they weren't stifled based on ideology. But back to this article real quick. I really wanted to highlight this for those who hadn't been aware of it. So she says, we know what that means, referencing the 18,000 a day. More secret migrant flights fanning out from the southern border to a town near you. Already, excuse me, charter flights to White Plains Airport in Winchester have started again after a hiatus following the Post's report last October revealing migrant planes landing in the middle of the night several times a week and unloading hundreds of migrants claiming to be children. These are illegal aliens. I don't know why they keep calling them migrants. To be spirited away on buses to locations around New York and neighboring states. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that one more time. This wasn't just in this area. If you want, look into Project Veritas. They had a great undercover scoop on this whole thing happening where they were literally filming and interviewing the people doing it while it was happening. These planes, they are literally filling up planes with illegal aliens that have illegally crossed the border, flying them in the middle of the night to towns around the country with zero consent. Mitch McConnell famously came out and when they did this to Tennessee and said, no one authorized this. What are you doing? But secretly flying illegal aliens around the country and then just releasing them out. You don't want to see quote unquote kids in cages like you did during Obama. So what do you got? Well, we won't show you. We will literally just disperse them into the country. They are literally
and again, this just comes from bad leadership and bad policy.
Oh, yeah, understatement.
Immigration needs to be tightly controlled so that you know who's coming into the country and also what roles they're going to play and what impact they're going to have specifically on different regions.
Yep.
And then turning around and just dispersing them through places, that's just a panic move of, oh crap, we don't have enough provisions in place for these people, so we're just gonna dump this over here.
See, that's not even that. It's not even that. They could literally just turn them away. This is because along with that Project Veritas expose, they are not only releasing them out, but they're literally sending them to places where they can be guided to not only housing and work, but they are pampering them to vote Democrat. They're literally importing their new base in the middle of the night.
But that's not anything new for that party.
It's not, but at the same time, doing it on this scale in the middle of the night, and they're doing it that way because they know what they're doing is not only illegal, but outrageous.
But where are the people standing up? Like you said, where are the Republican side to this? Saying, where are they stepping out and saying, hey, guess what? No, you can't do this to my region. No, you can't do this to my state.
Yep.
Like, those are the representatives that need to open their eyes to this.
Well, unfortunately, and that is a great segue into our next article, but I'll just answer you by saying this. Unfortunately, we wouldn't have known the true extent of this without Project Veritas and their expose. So, really, even you can argue all day and night that the Uniparty across both aisles is aware of it happening, but if they weren't, by chance, it's not like you're seeing this on the media. It's not like this story is getting out there. They're suppressing it and hiding it.